Do you know, I've just realised I haven't got my Christmas jumper on or my hat.
You know, I've just realised I'm more festive than you are.
I know.
That's a roll
You know
of
I had a hoodie on a minute ago, and I just walked the dogs, and I come back, and I've just come straight in here, and I've left bits out there.
It's all a bit of lights, and I put a log effect fire on that monitor, but that's about it.
Hey, you're more Christmassy than I am, and on the last couple of weeks I have been. I've
got my Star Wars Christmas T-shirt on.
Oh, nice. I've just got my Batman one on. I've completely missed the ball tonight. I do apologise. Yeah.
That's really easy to do as well. You just type into Google roaring log fire, click on it, that's there. That's really
looks good. Nice effect.
Yeah. So really, okay, but how's your week been apart from having a cold?
Yeah, apart from having man flu, it's been quiet because, like I said, I've for the first three days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I felt like rubbish.
Yeah.
And then obviously Thursday I felt a little bit better. Friday I was able to get something done, and this week I've got loads to get done this week, so it's going to be jam packed this week for content.
Yeah.
So yourself?
I've been dealing with a rash on my hands all week.
Oh, have you had touch tank that?
No, nothing new, nothing different at all. And I've developed an allergic reaction to something, so I've got to go to the doctors and get it sorted out.
Yeah, you want to sort that out.
Time of year to get an allergic reaction to something. I've taken antihistamines. I went to the chemist and even asked them, and they said, right, well, you can try these antihistamines. Don't work. No hand creams work or anything. So, knowing my luck, I'll be allergic to myself. So,
we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
So, if you watch videos and my hands are a little bit red raw, or my arms are, you know why. Literally, I'm dealing with this rash at the moment, which is doing my head in. So, we have one piece of big news. Kev, you didn't even know about this.
I didn't know because go on, you say it and I'll say afterwards why I didn't know.
So it's not going live till tomorrow.
That's why.
So please don't get overexcited. But the Dalek is on the main page of Hachette.
Yep.
So it's there. Now, if you click on the more info, it just goes up to your register your interest page. And if you click subscribe, it just takes you back to the home page.
Yeah, the links aren't working yet.
It doesn't do anything yet, but...
No, that's where the magazines will go. That's the web shop, basically.
If you go up there and click on Model Makers, the Dalek is now in the Model Makers section. And I believe everything will be working by tomorrow. They did say the 16th, didn't they? So
yes, So normally it's in the morning. It might go earlier. I don't know. But the 16th of December is when the website goes live. Yeah. So keep an eye on it tomorrow. I would say around 10 o'clock. It might be even on there. But I will post the links anyway on Facebook and on YouTube. So don't worry about that. I'll
I can send you the link to this on after Kev, and then you can put it on the website. But it's showing on Hachette's main website in the UK. I don't know about any other territory. So it looks, all fingers crossed, to be all fingers crossed it's going to be like tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine with that already on the Hachette site, I would imagine it will definitely go live tomorrow.
Yeah.
We were told the 16th anyway, so but I'm wondering whether, what it's like when they say it's going to go live and then something happens and it doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say just keep clicking like the more info button. It will appear when it appears, but I would imagine it would be in the morning. It may be the afternoon, but it will probably be at some point tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, on my channel, I'll put it on the link, and then if people want to bookmark it and check it, they can do.
Yes, yeah.
But that's UK. That's on the UK Hachette website.
Yeah, that's the best indication that it's going to go live tomorrow or Tuesday latest, because it's already on there.
Yeah.
So it's already gearing up for it. So
So
but yeah,
it's there, and that's good news. So the dates that they're promising look like it's going to be happening.
Yeah, Hachette are very like punctual. They sort of, we said this before, they don't sort of overstretch themselves. They seem to always do stuff on time. They don't, it's very rare for them to have any sort of problems in regards to stuff like that. So, so tomorrow we'll have all the info. We'll know if there's like a premium subscription. We'll know what the free gifts are. And yeah.
Look at the smile on your face.
I know it looks so good. It looks so good. And like I say, when you saw the promotion video, the advert video for it, and even you, Mark, that said, "Oh, I'm not building the Dalek. I was scared of him." Was like, I'm really impressed with that. That looks really, really good.
It is impressive. I did say the video was impressive. It's not for me.
No,
it's definitely not for me. Doctor Who is not my thing at all. But it just so reminded me of the R2D2. Which I loved building originally. So, it did look. I was impressed by the features it's got on it.
It's got a lot more features. I think it's got more features than the R2D2 because it seems to be able to do a lot more stuff.
Yeah, but very, very impressive.
Yeah,
I am impressed with what they're doing. So, So in the UK, it is up there. There's nothing like at the moment where it will tell you any more information. But I think they've just put that initially up there for now, and then it'll go live whenever it goes live, I suppose.
Yeah, there was some other news this week as well, and that was Agora teased the next 007 car.
Yeah.
They put a teaser up with what was coming up and what might be the next James Bond thing. I think most of us have worked out what it's going to be. But they did put out an email. I think an email went out, and they put it on their Facebook page as well.
Yeah,
about the next 007 car. We don't know when it's coming. It just says coming soon. And they showed us some parts that will be put on the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, get your speculations in. I got a funny thing. It looks like the Jaguar, the green Jaguar. From I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it's from that film. Pierce Brosnan.
I don't know enough about James Bond to.
Yeah, I was not. I've seen some of them. GoldenEye, Spectra, Casino Royale, but I've never they're not like the films that I would watch all the time. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're not saying there's something. If it's on, it's on. But yeah, I don't sort of seek it out to watch them.
My dad was a James Bond fan, but I never got into it.
Yeah. It's a real thing because I think it's a bit like Doctor Who. It's a generational thing. So everyone has their favourite Doctor and everyone has their favourite Bond.
Yeah. And
it's just gone on like that. I think it just transcends. But I've never, like I said, I've never really been heavily into James Bond. I know, I have watched the films, but I wouldn't call myself a mega fan or a fan.
Yeah.
It's just a film sort of thing. But yeah, that's what I think. I think it's the green Jag from Tomorrow. I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, they did tease that one.
Yeah. So a week of teasers, really.
Yeah, I also came across a website this week. It's a Spanish partwork company that deals with wooden partworks, and they have the wooden Titanic on it.
Oh.
And you can buy it as a full build.
Right.
Now, the reason I didn't share it is because it's in France. They in Spain. I think they do ship internationally, but I couldn't find the UK on there. So it's one of the reasons why I didn't share it. Though, funnily enough, I did find Canada on there.
Yeah, ain't France and Canada linked?
It's Spanish.
So it's terrible.
But yeah, I like I said, I saw it. I didn't go any further than looking on it. But yeah, they had lots of the wooden ships on there. like HMS picture and all those sort of things. But one of the ones that I did notice was they did do the wooden Titanic, and it was a full build, and I was like, oh. But then if you can't order it to the UK, there was no point in sort of sharing it. So I didn't share it.
But I believe you can get the Amati version of the wooden Titanic, which is exactly the same scale and build.
Right.
So,
2 other bits of information as well. I know some people were looking for alternative ways to get some Partworks. So I just want to say again, there is that way of getting them from France through the French newsagent site. Darth Vader and things like that will be out in the newsagents, I do believe, in France. So you might be able to get them that way if you so please. And also as well, I think it's called the Arcadia or something like that. You remember that big anime ship?
Yeah.
That is coming out in France by Hasket. And that is due for release, I think, before Christmas or just after. Once again, that will be in the newsagents, and you'll be able to get that in the UK or in the US from the French newsagent site.
Definitely not doing that one because
I know there was a lot of talk about it, especially in the US, and some people in the UK were talking about it. If you wanted to, there are ways of getting stuff from France to the UK. As I know, because I built some of my Alien that way.
Yeah,
and I know some people built the RoboCop that way and stuff like that. So it does work. You can do it. You can get it. Cool. So I just want to point that out as well, because there was a few things that cropped up that I remember. Coming out. But like I said, I did share that. I think it was called the Arcadia. I think I did share it because it was coming out in France, and you can get the Partworks from France to the UK. But the reason I didn't share the Spanish one was because I couldn't find a way of getting it to the UK. But they did a lot of it was just basically the wooden ship builds. But they had a lot of different ones that I hadn't seen for a while. It looked like they did the Black Pearl.
You know what? I think I've seen that same thing as well, because I did see the Black Pearl on Facebook this week.
And I've got a funny feeling they had that as a full build as well. Now, if anyone doesn't remember, that was an old Eagle Moss build that they brought out. And yeah, it's a wooden ship of the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, there you go. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah. That was on there as well. But like I said, I looked on there. You could get it to Canada and other European places, but you couldn't. I couldn't see you could get it to the UK. So that's why I didn't share it, because if if it's difficult to get, there's no point in sharing it. But yeah, I remember seeing it. If you remember seeing it, I can't remember the site or anything, but someone did share the link, and that's how I found out.
Yeah.
But when I looked on there was a lot of old ship builds. I'm pretty sure I saw the Black Pearl and the wooden Titanic, which is the first time I've seen them since Eagle Moss went for the Titanic. And the Black Pearl is one of the ones that no other company has ever re-released since the first time it was released for Eagle Moss.
No.
Yeah.
Strange, that one.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Very strange. Also as well, there is a company called I think it's called Trek Talking or Tracking. Actually, I think it's called Trek Tracking. And they have some old Partworks on there.
Oh.
Some old Eagle Moss Partworks that you can buy in parts or as a full build. I did see it on there. But if you can type it in, Mark, Trek Tracking, it comes up. It says the logo is the shape of the TARDIS.
Let's have a look.
I think the logo is like the shape of the TARDIS. If I can get, I think it's called Trek Tracking or Trek Tacking or something like that. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Trek bikes. It's not coming up.
Okay, if I find a little, I'll let you know. But But they do sell some. They do sell Star Trek ships. That's the main thing I think they do. But they've got a lot of the old Eagle Moss Partworks on there. So yeah, if you can find it, check them out.
I'm trying, but yeah.
Yeah, the logo, if you want to know what the logo is, I think it says Trek Tracking or Trek Trading or something like that. And it's inside a TARDIS. Like the logo's a TARDIS.
I'll have to have a look after the live stream, but no.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere. It's there, so I'm sure someone in the chat will probably have a link to it or found it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do some old Partworks on there. I did come across it. They have done them for a while. But it's always another good, like a revenue to go to, another point that you can go to and get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think one of the Partworks they had is a bit like your orrery, but it's just the sun, the moon, and Earth. You know that one that they did where it was just a little one.
Yes.
And it was just, I think it was the sun, Earth, and moon, and it done the rotation of the moon and stuff like that. I think they did that. They've got that one on their site.
Right.
So
yeah, no, it's not coming up for me at the moment, but I can have a check.
I've come out here with without my Christmas app, without my other phone, and it's all on there. So I do apologise.
Okay, right. We'll go through some chat and see what people have been saying.
Yes.
So yesterday at 4:22 in the afternoon, we've got D saying evening Mark and Kev, so evening D.
Hi, D.
And then at 4:46, we've got Kevin and Mary saying evening everyone, so evening Kevin and Mary.
Hi, Kevin and Mary.
Go back to tonight. Spider Sprue, it says hi Mark on Kev's channel, so hi Spider Sprue.
Oh yeah.
And then Spider Sprue says hi Kev on Mark's channel. So
oh yeah.
Next thing we've got Ian Campbell says greetings Mark, Kev and all. Sorry I can't join the stream tonight. Promised you I'd watch some cruddy American TV stuff. Hey ho, have a blast and see you soon. Okay, have a great time.
Yeah, have a nice time.
Yeah. D Harris says, and as always, another good evening, Mark and Kev again. So
hi D. Yeah.
We've got David Phillips in saying evening all, evening David, welcome.
Hi David.
And then we've got The Real For Real says good evening. So good evening, The Real For Real.
Good evening.
Dave McBill says good evening, Mark and Kev. It's that time once again. Have a great stream. Thank you, Dave. Mark.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah.
You're doing well at the moment.
Yeah, I hope you do as well as can be.
And then Dave McBill says also, I am still waiting for issues 129 to 132 of Peter's Titanic. I wonder what the delay on that one is then.
Yeah, probably Raw Mail.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Will's Workshop in saying evening all, evening well.
I will.
Probably Royal Mail. We've got David Hawley in says good evening, Kev and Mark and everyone. So evening, David. Welcome.
Hi, David.
And then Will's Workshop says evening all on the other side. So there we go. And then we've got Steve Edmonds in saying hello all. So evening, Steve. Welcome.
Hi, Steve.
And then we've got Amber M saying hi all. Hi, Amber M. Welcome to the live stream. Ian's World of Models is in saying evening, Kevin Mark. So evening, Ian. Welcome.
Hi, Ian.
And then we've got Stephen Haynes Models who says hi, Mark and Kev. So evening, Stephen. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen.
And then we've got DS Models says hi, everyone. I know we're not there yet, but Merry Christmas, everyone. So
Merry Christmas, Dave. Yeah.
Will's Workshop says Mark's keeping warm by the fire. It's quite relaxing, actually. You can turn the sound on, it crackles and everything.
Oh, lovely.
So, but it does my head in having something on behind me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then D says, Mark's log fire, LOL. It's festive. I'm trying to be festive. David Hawley says, Mark, this is for you. You are still having problems with decals, I see. What's your Apache build a few hours ago? Are you trying to do too many at once, causing them to detach? No, it's the size of the decal compared to the shape of what I'm putting it onto. But I found a way around it that I'm using decal fix, and then once that's dried, I'm using decal softener on top, and then that seems to be working on them now. But the decals are so tiny, and we have 18 rockets to do with 4 lots of decals on each one. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Really crazy. So, yeah, I found if I put decal fix on first, put the decal on, and then once that's dried, I put decal softener on the top, there's no problems with it then. So, but it's not easy to do on camera.
No.
So,
yeah.
I'm thinking going forward, I might do the decals, then show them on, and then I can take my time with them off camera. It's a bit like the rigging on the Titanic. It's not easy to do on camera, is decal work.
Yeah, there are some things that are just, like you're saying, that are difficult to show on camera.
But I'm on with them. I mean, I've done a few today, which are there and stuff. I've only got 3 more to do, so I'm getting there with them. It's just that I've never known a Partwork so much involved with decals.
Yeah, it's like a proper model.
It's so much decal work on it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so involved. So, yeah.
Nice.
And if anybody knows, that's for the Apache. So,
yeah.
We've got Alex Belton who says, hi, Mark. Hi, Kev. Hey, everyone. Hope
Hi, Alex.
Well. Hi, Alex. Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, definitely. World's Workshop says, had my Xmas jumper on in my update today. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
Redoing his workshop is Will.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things evolve from where you start to where you currently
where
are.
you end up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I did get this today in the post.
Go on. Oh, let me put you on big. Hold on. Oh, wow.
I did get that today.
And phaser.
Yeah. And they lights up and it's lovely. I did get that today. But and then I can turn it on. And then
you're just a big kid, aren't you, Kev?
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing. I love it. But yeah, this one came today. Do you reckon I should do a video on it?
Yeah.
But it's got loads of noises on it and loads of things like. And if I go, and it all lights up down the sides and.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressed with that.
Wow. Okay. We've got John's model making in saying, evening all. Evening, John.
Hi, John.
David Holly says, from the back in, before you are ready for them, try one at a time and use warm water only, few seconds, and slide off into one place. Right, I'll have a look at that. Thank you, David, for that. I will have a look at that and see what I can do, because there's a lot of decals to do on this model.
Yeah, there's a lot on there.
Yeah. We've got Todd in, Marvel Phoenix, who says, hello and good evening all. Evening, Todd. Welcome.
Hi, Todd.
And then the Real for Real says, good luck with getting an appointment, Mark. Yeah, that's true. The only way to get an appointment is to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and ring them. And then you wait until it goes bang on 8 o'clock, you ring them and they say, you are number 31 in the queue.
Well, where we live, we have to fill out an e-consultant online.
What?
Before they even speak to you.
An e-consultant?
Yeah, it's called an e-consultant form. And you fill it out. And then, to be fair, Kirsty went on Friday. So she filled one out Friday morning and got an appointment Friday evening.
All right.
So it seems to work.
John's Model Making says no Dalek stages online, but it's going to be immense.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
It won't. You'll get nothing on there yet. You won't even get when the website goes live. You won't even get issue 1 on there yet.
No.
Not until issue 1 hits the newsagents.
We've got David. Oh, sorry. David Hawley says, "Hope that helped." Yeah, I will look at that, David, when I do it next. So I'll have a look at that when I come offline. That is my link for the Dalek on Harshet's website in the UK.
Lovely.
Ken Fairclough says, "Great about the Dalek. Any news yet on the Harshet 1/6 James Bond DB5?"
That will be next year if that does go live.
It does, yes. That will definitely be next year.
There's normally a 12 to 13 month wait time.
Yeah. If it does come out, because a lot of these do get trialed and they don't come out.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got Kevin and Mary in saying, "Evening, everyone." Evening, Kevin and Mary.
Hi, Kevin and Mary.
John's Model Making says, "I have a 12-inch Cyberman. He needs to grow." Put it in a grow bag.
Yeah.
It happens.
It'll be very small compared to the Dalek.
Yeah. Kenneth says, "Hey, Kevin and Mark, it's cold here in Atlanta, Georgia. Can't wait to get my Porsche 917K model kit and an Italiari Fiat 500F in the mail this week. This week is my last week of work. Then I'm off." Wow.
Lovely. Nice one.
Yeah. Fantastic. Will's Workshop says, "Almost guarantee it's the XKR and the Vanquish together." For saying that right.
Oh, so it's the both of them together. Oh, okay.
Todd says, "Pretty sure they teased 2 cars, both the Jaguar XKE and the V12 Vanquish, both from Die Another Day."
Yeah, the parts that I saw, one of them definitely was from the Jaguar. But they must be doing the Vanquish as well, because that's part. It's weird because they were both in that scene together. But yeah, Die Another Day. I'm pretty. Did I say that? I'm pretty sure I said that. I'm not sure now.
Hang on. Speaking of that, Todd's just sent me something.
Oh right, okay.
I believe this is in the USA.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one that Wayne showed as well. Because I do believe in the USA it's digital only magazines. I think the UK are the only ones that were getting the actual physical magazines. I think in the US you get the digital ones, but all 6 issues are already on there to download, so you can have a look at them.
So there we go.
Yeah,
I'll put that in the chat if it lets me. If anybody wants to view that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Todd.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Ken Fairclough says Jaguar from Die Another Day.
Yeah, like I said, I was always certain because the Jaguar has a lot more bits on it in terms of like firepower, and the bits that they teased looked exactly like the stuff that they would use on the Jaguar. So that's why I thought, oh, that's the Jaguar. But I didn't know that they were doing another car. You're probably right. I would imagine they do both of them together because they both go together.
You're right. I'm going to have a look at that website after. Looks quite interesting.
What the US side?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get all their issues digital, so they were able to download it. But yeah, you've got the U96 on there, the Dalek. I think they've got the Ford Falcon. Yeah, Falcon's on there as well.
Yeah.
So.
The Real for Real says Roger Moore was my favourite Bond and Tom Baker my favourite Doctor Who.
Yeah, like I said, like everyone has their favourite Bond and everyone has their favourite Doctor.
Yeah.
Because it's transcended for such a long time and they've changed everything. It just goes along. So
yeah.
Everyone, like I said, everyone has their favourites.
D says, yeah, this was what I was on about. Matty has the full kit, 1/250 scale for approximately £300. That's the wooden Titanic.
Right, okay. It might even be that site that I was trying to get on.
No, I think I know the site that you were on about.
Right, okay.
I think I know the site you were on about. We've got Matthew Fieldhouse says, evening both. Heard anything about Fan Home's online store? Want to buy some individual Marvel replicas. Subscribed so far, but can't afford complete.
No, we've heard nothing. They did say it was going to be December, but you know what, stuff can be pushed back. But they don't know. I don't know what is going to be on there. Originally, it was just going to be for the Star Trek ships.
Right.
So I don't know if the Marvel replicas will be on there.
Yeah.
They might be. They might be. I don't know. But I think originally it was going to be for the Star Trek ships. But we're coming quite close to the end of December now, and it's not materialised. So I might imagine it's been delayed, maybe until next month. I don't know.
Amber M says, I'd love to do the Black Pearl build.
Yeah.
I
haven't done it for a long time. It was I mean, we're pretty old in the world of Partworks now, so we can remember back then. But I think it was like 2016 or 15, somewhere around then. It was before the DeLorean.
Yeah,
it was way before the DeLorean. But it's never been re-released. I'm surprised.
But a lot of wooden ships don't really get re-released.
No, and I don't know if there's a big call for them or not. I know there is at the minute, but I don't know if there has been. You know what I mean? Because they had problems as well through model space with them, so maybe people got a bit burnt by it. I don't know.
Yeah. Real for real says, Mark, your TV's on fire. I know. I liked it. It's the closest I'm going to get a log fire.
Yeah.
He also says, I'm nearing the end of the kit build, 4 more issues to go, but the number plate is still out of stock. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening there.
No. I'd done mine a while ago, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Why that's run out, but yeah.
That's the first I've heard about the license plate being out of stock.
Yeah. Is that now? Hang on. Is that the license plate for the build or the freebie?
Yeah.
Because you got a free one, didn't you? Which it was around. No, I haven't got it up on the wall.
Okay. Daz Faulkner says, "How do everyone? How do Daz? Welcome."
Hi, Daz.
Josh Mullermaker says, "Decal fix and decal softener is how I do my decals." Yeah, that's what I'm doing now with them.
Yeah, the softener sort of just seals it.
Yeah,
so,
it makes it adhere better.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm trying to do. But the decals are so small; it's unbelievable and not easy to do. So. Yeah,
try doing them on the Warhammer stuff because they can get really small on there.
Oh, I'm not going down the Warhammer rabbit hole.
Small, very small.
I am not going down that rabbit hole. No way. Will's Workshop says, "Does not help when I get new toys for the workshop that take up quite a bit of space." Yeah, I agree there. Yeah. I mean, I could still do with more room in here, but I'm not going down that road. Sometimes I just think, if I just have
the thing is, we always want bigger spaces. Everything then gets bigger, and we always want more space for our stuff. That's the thing.
That's the problem. You think, I'll get that. Where am I going to put that?
Yeah, well, this is what it's getting like, especially with the Partworks. It's like, where am I going to place it? You kind of look around, looking for gaps.
Yeah. Ian's World of Models says, lots to do in Pack 3 of Apache. Had a lot of fun building that today. So much detail. I agree with you there. There is a lot to do. There's 10 stages in Pack 3.
Oh wow! And there's a lot of detail. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
The cockpit and all. I'm wondering if anyone's going to mod that cockpit because there's a lot of potential there for modding.
There is, but I think a lot of it depends on if the modder company is building that build or can acquire the details to do it.
Yeah.
Because if they can, I mean, the cockpit of the Apache, to have that as proper screens and everything, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But it just depends if they can do it.
The front one, I think they could. As the co-pilot got one.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a co-pilot had one. So that would be smaller. I don't know. You might be able to.
I mean, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Because they managed to do the screens for the Knight Rider.
Yes.
So I think it's possible to go that small. I think the only problem is it depends if the modding company is either building the model, so they can
do it properly,
modifications, or can get hold of the bits that they want to mod.
Yeah.
So I think it all depends on that, really.
Yes.
Yeah. Spider says that doesn't look like Starfleet issued phasers. Have you been to a Ferengi sale?
I think so. It's the closest I think I can get to like one that lights up. I've seen a lot of cosplayers building them. You can 3D print them, but this is a proper Nerf one that fires Nerf darts, and I thought I couldn't leave it on the shelf.
Right.
And I think originally this was like Hasbro Pulse. I think it was like a special Hasbro Pulse one that they did.
See if you can get your Terminator to hold it.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. It's quite heavy. But I like it because it lights up, but it's kind of quirky because it's like it's been Borgified. So it's sort of half been assimilated, and a lot of the sound effects are sort of Borg as well on it. But yeah, it's all right. I think it's quite good. But yeah.
Okay. Todd says first 6 stages of Dalek instruction PDFs are online already. Yeah, that's what he sent me. Spider Sprue says, how's your finger mark? It's okay. I injured it yesterday doing the patchy build.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that will just stop recording and everything. I'll literally carry on building because it just,
We all have those little accidents where you're holding something and you're screwing and it misses. We've all cut ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll hurt our hands at some point. It's part and part of the build, isn't it?
I don't realise I've done it, and then I'm like, oh, great, I've got blood.
I've done that as well. I've done that. I've done a build and then got out, and Kirsty said, "Oh, you've cut your hand," and I've looked, and there's blood coming out. I've not noticed.
Yeah. So I'm one of these people who do it, and I'll just carry on, finish what I'm doing, and then I'll go sort it. So that's the link for the US hash site if you want to look at the first lot of PDFs.
6 issues.
I'll read this one out. Will's Workshop says the grill on the second pick, I'm sure it's from the bonnet of the Vanquish, and the gun also looks like the one that pops up from those grills.
Right. Okay. Those it has like sort of turret things. I think it comes out of the side of the Jaguar, so that's where I've noticed them. And I thought the Gatling gun was also on the Jag, so that's why I thought that 6-shooter thing, Gatling gun, was part of the Jag.
Because Todd says after, that's why I think it's both cars from the same movie.
Right. Yeah, they do. There's I think they're on the ice. There's a scene where they're both on the ice.
Yeah.
And Bond's trying to get away, and he's shooting at him from the Jaguar.
Will's Workshop says, I'm holding out for the V8 from the Living Daylights. Also, I think the 750 from Tomorrow Never Dies would be on my list too.
Yeah, there's quite a few. One of the ones that they teased was the ones with the ski jets on the side. I can't remember which car that was, but I remember there was one that Agora teased where it had the sort of skits at the side. the skiing skits.
Right. Todd says, of course, the US U96 PDS do not go high enough, stopping at pack 14. UK site has the U96 PDS through pack 22. Yeah. Because I've already downloaded all the ones coming up and sorted them out already.
Do you get the digital plus physical magazines on that?
Not on the U96, no.
No, they're all digital. I didn't think so.
The only people that are getting the physical magazines are Germany.
Yeah.
So, Todd says, yeah, they need to go to get the 007 BMW Z8 750, etc. Yeah, because they'd be popular.
That would, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Was that in GoldenEye? I can't remember now. It seems around that sort of time as Z8. Yeah.
The real for real says for the build, so the license plate for the build.
Ah, right, okay. So that's the flip one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one they supplied was very poor. I got a great box from Dr. Collector. Also got the Back to the Future box as well. Both excellent.
Cool.
Yeah. Spider Proof says, talking about kit, is it coming back to Germany? Pre-orders are on their site.
Yeah.
Back to Germany.
Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah, there was a post put up on Fan Home saying it was they're taking like pre-orders now for it, so it's coming back.
So it's possible it could come back in the UK.
It's possible. I don't know how popular it was. I mean, it seems to be quite popular. I mean, I built it. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends, I suppose. I mean, a lot of these Partworks might come back anyway. I mean, in the US, they've had the Iron Man come back, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, possible.
You never say never, I think.
Yeah, especially nowadays, you never say never.
The only one we know is not going to return is the Ecto 1.
Yeah, I think that's pretty dead, Ecto 1 now. Yeah. And I've not heard a lot of talk about the Gauntlet or anything like that, so I don't know if that'll ever come back.
No, that's true. But we at least we know that the Ecto 1 will never resurface, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's dead in the water, that one.
So yeah, it's a shame because it's a nice build.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have said if the Ecto 1 came back, they'd do it, but
yeah, well, I think they took back. I think Fan Home took on a load of new subscribers, but they also took on obviously legacy ones as well from Eagle Moss. I don't think there was a lot of uptake for it, and I think that's maybe why they decided not to go forward anymore with it. So maybe.
Okay. John Model Making says decal softener is required for non-flat surfaces. And Will's Workshop says that was the V8 Vantage from the Living Daylight with the skis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do remember them teasing one that was like that. So
then he says Z3 was golden. Oh no, Z8 was GoldenEye. Z was World is not enough. That will probably come in 2 pieces. Q's not going to like this if it gets him cut in half.
Right.
I'll try and read that better again. Z3 was GoldenEye. Z8 was The World Is Not Enough. That will probably come in 2 pieces. Q's not going to like this as it gets cut in half. There we go. Right. So, yeah. I still am. This is going over my head. I'm
pretty sure there will be a BMW because they've been in the Bond film. So,
yeah. The Real for Real says Mark and Kev's best to worst build, i.e., quality and overall spec. You can go first if you want, Kev.
Best. I don't know. It's really. I wouldn't say worst. I'd say frustrating. That would be the Tumbler.
Okay.
It's not a bad build. It's just badly executed, as you've seen. In terms of best build, I don't really know. Do you know what? I like the Optimus Prime at the moment. I've liked that. It's really weird because if you ask me, like in a month's time, it'll probably change.
Yeah.
But I'm like building Optimus Prime's chest and everything was quite good. I like that, and the way it sits and looks, I think it's really good. I have liked RoboCop as well. I've got to say, I have liked building RoboCop.
For me, I would say the worst one was the Spitfire.
Yeah.
That I built. It just, like I said, it just didn't do what it should have done.
Yeah.
Best one at the moment I'm building that I love and look forward to every week. Well, there's two. There's the Titanic and the Enterprise D.
Yeah.
But nobody's thought about that. Somebody would come out with the Enterprise. I love doing that build.
It's a challenged Enterprise D. But I haven't built any for ages because I'm still waiting for issue 19 to turn up.
I'm loving it every week. I tell you the truth, this is how much I love doing the Enterprise D and the Titanic is they are the last two builds because I do all my builds on a Friday and a Saturday for the week that's upcoming.
Yeah.
I always leave the Titanic and the Enterprise till last on a Saturday evening to build so I can finish on something that's really going to make me feel good.
Yeah.
And I do that every week. So I try and get out the hard ones, try and do them first, starting on a Friday, and then do the rest of them, like Saturday. And But
how would you say the Apache is?
The Apache is good. It's just very fiddly and a lot of decal work.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Quantity, I would say, yes, it's up there with quantity. I mean, 10 stages in pack 3. Plus, you get to choose which engine you want to. So there's a version 1 and there's a version 2 of an engine. You get to choose which version you want to do.
Right.
And I mean, for both versions.
I mean, I mean that's just going above and beyond. I've never known a Partwork where they've gone. You decide what you want to build on your model. It's got to be a first.
Yeah,
I've never come across a build where they've given you a couple of different bits and gone, you choose what you want it.
Agora have done it before with the spoked wheels.
Yeah, they did one where you could build it and then they supplied them already made, didn't they?
Yeah, so they supplied a simple one, or you could actually have a go at the spoked wheels.
Yeah, I am. Well, the main one I think of when you say that is actually the DeLorean because they gave you the option to do the third one, didn't they?
Yeah, the one with the white wall tires, but that was
all the rails,
which you had to buy. They didn't give you them for free. You had to buy that as a special.
Well, no, they gave you the box, didn't they, and the rails.
Right. So the way it went is the train wheels were in the extension.
Yeah.
But the white walled wheels, you had to buy them as a special.
Yeah, I don't think Fan Home offered them, did they?
It was Eagle Moss.
Yeah, so Fan Home.
Oh no, I don't think Fan Home supplied them when they took over the DeLorean build. No. So you either had to get them online, or you could at the time, if you started with Eagle Moss, you could get them from the Eagle Moss shop, which I did, and they weren't too expensive. Now they are an absolute fortune to get hold of.
Yeah, I bet they're a bit like gold dust at the moment because. Yeah.
Todd says, now that would be a great Partwork. Build a cutaway Z8 with the big saw being part of the base. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that a Partwork haven't come up with a sort of a like with the U96, but as a vehicle or something like that, where it's like a cutaway.
Might be quite hard to do there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've got Chef Hawkins saying, evening all.
Hi, Chef Hawk.
Welcome. Let's have a look. I'm meant to read these now because they're not starred.
Yeah.
I'll read this one up. Will's Workshop says, Todd, you need the helicopter flying over it. And then Todd says, oh no, another helicopter to build. Oh no, I mean, oh yes. The Real for Real says hardly any mods for the Tumblr. I thought there would have been.
So I think Jason is working on some mods for the Tumblr for the screens inside.
So Jason is Mr. Fusion Design,
Mr. Fusion, yeah.
Not currently selling any.
No, he's still. I think he's still fine tuning everything. Because there were certain ways that he weren't too sure which way he was going to go with it. So yeah, but he is definitely doing mods for the cockpit.
Yeah.
I think he's doing some screen work and stuff like that. So
Partwork upgrades obviously did the windscreen
window tint. Well. Yeah, the window tints. Yeah.
But apart from that, I was a bit. I mean, them ailerons. What are they on that build? They don't do anything.
They don't. They do move, but it's pointless because they don't move like you would expect them to. They move like, well, you saw on my video, like, well, they don't really move at all. But lots of people I've spoken to have said they're basically the same thing as I did, is that they're not really going to use that gimmick, and they just don't move a lot. They just don't move enough to sort of warrant anything.
I think if I was doing it, and what would anger me is I've bought all the parts, like the motors and everything, for them ailerons from not to hardly do anything at all is very disappointing. And
they just, there's no what, like when we built them before the motor went on, and I think I've done it in an earlier video when we built them and put them on, I moved them, and you could tell straight away they weren't going to move very far anyway. Even now with them connected, I mean, there's no real movement in them at all. No. And you could see that straight away when you were building it. You could tell that there was going to be no movement like that they want, like what I think should be movement in them. There just wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said in the movie, they do go up and down in the movie. It's a very, very brief scene. It's when the car, I think, is jumping over the roof. The rooftops, and once again, I don't think they move very far either. So it's a real strange one. Like I said, I don't know why they didn't leave it so you could move them manually. I mean, you can still, but I don't know why they went through all that effort of doing it motorized.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit of a waste of money, really, if you're buying all the bits for them and they don't really do anything.
Yeah, like I said in my video, I'm more concerned, I would say, about the roof section working. That's what I think most people will use that over anything else, like the roof going up and the window retracting. So fingers crossed that works seamlessly, but we'll see as it builds. There's not many issues left now, so I think it finishes in the first week of May.
Right.
So I say there's not a lot. There sort of is. It's 120 issues, and we're on 94, 95.
Yeah.
So we'll be there eventually. But
Ian's World of Modz says Agora also gave you 2 sets of wheels for the Corvette Stingray.
They did, yeah. They I think it was the thinner ones, weren't it? They gave you the normal tires and the thinner white wall ones.
The Real Real says the engine sound is poor as well.
What's that on?
The Tumbler.
Well, it has a jet, and it just does the jet noise. I suppose it's a bit like the Knight Rider, which is like a turbine as well.
I find that they use cheap speakers in these models.
Oh yeah. I've already said that if you could get like they in like the train sets in Hornby and stuff like that, they use the Sugar Cube speakers, which are 1,000 times better and smaller as well. You can get them really into a small gap and still have really good sound quality.
I just think that they just use very cheap speakers. If you upgraded them speakers, then it would sound a lot better.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the upgrade speakers, maybe for the GTR.
Yeah,
because it has some subs in the back. So I'm wondering if someone's going to really like go all out and sub that up.
Well, I upgraded the speaker on the Spitfire, and that was 10 times better than what they supplied. So it is worth, if you can and you can work it out, upgrade your speaker. It'll make it sound a lot better.
Yeah.
David Hawley says, well, I must have a different tumbler. My ailerons work perfectly.
Yeah, some people got them to work perfectly. Like I said, on my one, I weren't too fussed. But I think if you loosen the screws on them, I think they will move a lot better, if you know what I mean. Because they're connected with a screw that's... I did say on my video, there's a screw that pushes the aileron up and down. Mine's on, sort of tight, but I think if you loosen it, I think that gives a lot more play in it.
Maybe
but then again, you don't want the problem with loosening it is that it will loosen more over time, and you don't want it coming out. So,
well, you could always put some thread lock on the
I was going to say you could put thread lock on it, but it always comes down all these little gimmicks. Yeah, all these little gimmicks. So, sort of in the back of my head, I'm like, how often am I going to use that?
Yeah.
Is it worth going nuts about, or like I said, the roof, I will not be happy if that doesn't work. The roof section, because that is the whole thing. The main gimmick is that roof section going up, folding back. So I won't be happy if that doesn't work. But you know, I don't think the front wheels are going to work either. You can turn them now manually beforehand, and they don't travel very far. So I don't think the left and the right is going to go like that. I think it's going to be very minor.
Yeah.
If at all. It'll be interesting to see.
The Real for Real says the ailerons are very delicate too.
Yes, lots of them snapped. I know for a fact when they first arrived, lots of people ended up breaking them.
Yeah.
It's very, very... and lots of people had difficulty with attaching them to the arms. So the arms that hold them, lots of people snapped them. Lots of people said the connectors didn't go in properly. I had the same problem, but I just slowly bent it forward, only very slightly. It didn't break it to hold them. Otherwise, they would never hold properly. But lots of people had lots of problems with them.
Andrew Plant says, I have paid for my Megazord and nothing has changed yet since Sunday and not yet been dispatched.
No. I'm waiting for pack 2 and that's still on the processing page. So I don't expect it to arrive until the new year, to be completely fair. But, like, if anything's processing at the moment, even if it gets posted out, I very much doubt you'll get it before Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I'm still waiting for my second Star Trek ship that I paid for. I think it's been processing now for a week. So it hasn't got even to the delivery stage yet. So that will come in the new year, I would imagine.
Okay. The Real for Real says, I did full upgrades in both kit and the DeLorean, and they have taken them to a whole other level. I agree. I did all the upgrades for the DeLorean. Yeah. And it really does look nice. It's not cheap, but it really does look nice when you're doing them.
Yeah, they're definitely for the high end. You know, they are. I mean, the ones for kit were like almost touching realism.
Yeah.
So sort of, it was like over the top crazy, but it was like perfect. It made it really pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Hawley says, gonna say good night, Kevin, Mark. Cracking stream again, guys. Thank you both. Thank you, David, and good night to you. Ian's World of Model says, great stream, guys, as usual. See everyone next week. Thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Dave McBill says, another great stream as always, guys. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you, Dave Mack, and good night.
Dave.
And then D Harris says, a very good night, gents, and I'll see you both next week. So night, D. And that's on chat. So that's the end of the live stream. So we will be back next week for the last one before Christmas.
Yeah.
And we're doing an open. If you want to come on, you can come on.
Yeah, we're doing an open casting. So if you want to come, on live with us, you can do.
Yeah. So if you want to come on next week live with us, we will put out the link in the chat when we start the live stream, and you're welcome to come on and chat with us and say hello to everybody.
Yeah, be part of the show.
Yeah. Okay. Chef Hawk says cheers all night. Will's Workshop says good night all. Fantastic chatting to you all. See you next week.
Cheers, Will.
John's Model Making says night all.
Night, John.
The Real for Real says great stream. Look forward to the next one.
Yeah, for real.
And then D Harris says full Xmas dress, Mark and Kev for next week. I am as festive as I will go.
I will remember my hat and my Christmas jumper.
Yeah, and I can't
wear the Gremlin one.
I overheat very quickly if I wear a hat, so I've got to be careful. So I'll just read this last one. Andrew Clamp says, I'm waiting for package 2. Do you know when will I get it, or is it just a waiting game?
It's just a waiting game.
Yeah, it's a waiting game. Yeah. Okay, so thank you everybody for coming in tonight. Thank you for all your fantastic chat as always. We'll be back same time, same place next week. We will open it up to anybody who wants to come in. And yeah, it just leaves me to say I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
We'll catch you on next week, guys. Bye.
See you all, guys.
Bye.